you acting like a nigga who ain't got no money? Cause I do it for the niggas who ain't got no money. Why you acting like a nigga who ain't got no money? Cause I do it for the niggas who ain't got no money. What? Turn up on the air, that's how you do it to 'em. Turn up on the air, that's how you do it.
What's going on? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast.
Industry's Most Wanted.
Hey, listen, this is somebody that I go way back with.
Way back.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the time.
Yeah.
I ain't seen you in a minute, though.
Yeah,
Shout out to P-Boy checking. It was good, bro.
How you doing?
It's good to see you, man.
Good to
like,
see you.
you out here working, getting to it. You leaving here from here, going into an award show. Congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you.
It's always dope when other people recognize your hard work, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give us that official introduction, though.
Yeah, I am S.P. Heartbreak P-Boy, P. Whatever they call me, man. You know, like you got to put my real name for the check. So
yeah,
some people know that, or when I send the cash out. So
I know that's right. You know, and there's nothing wrong with having different aliases. You know what I'm saying? You know, like branding yourself like that.
Yeah.
Diddy got about 5 of them, something like that.
The crazy part is I never rebranded myself.
Yeah.
Really, the Heartbreak P-Boy came from. I had got kicked out of Instagram. Somebody stole my Instagram name. They kicked me out my page and took the name. And that was S.P. altogether. Because everybody used to be like, what is that, Spirit? Or like something like that.
Oh,
you know? Yeah. So I used to be that. But when I got kicked out, I was doing a Hurt clothing line.
Yeah.
So I had just put Heartbreak P-Boy,
Got you.
And now that's just my name because everybody calls me
Everybody calls you that. A lot of
Yeah.
whatever your social media is, that's what people are going to call you.
Yeah.
And it's funny, though, because we begin to call ourselves that even in situations where we don't necessarily have to. Just real quick, when I first moved here, I was still working my 9 to 5. And I remember when I was introducing myself to people, I accidentally was introducing myself as TampaMystic. They were looking at me like, what? I was like, it's Mystic.
You go.
Yeah,
you go. You don't go though.
Right, because we get so used to saying that, in the streets and at
your
events
grind
and stuff.
been crazy though.
Man,
like,
I appreciate
you been
that.
grinding, like, so I know you've been out here being your own postcard.
Yeah. Big facts. So you originally from the Atlanta area?
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta. I'm from the south side of Atlanta, like Gobby Road is like Regent.
Yeah.
The whole Old National type.
Yeah.
Then I moved deeper in the south, like the Clayton County side.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been representing, the Clayton County, because I've been trying to bring and uplift that one. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Let's talk about that because being from Atlanta to me it's a beautiful thing. I love this city.
Yeah.
I love Atlanta and the surrounding areas. I've been coming here since the 90s. I'm an OG, you guys. And I told myself back then, I said, I'm going to live there one day. I just fell in love with the culture and the people and everything that Atlanta stands for. Not to say everything's always perfect, but that's with anywhere you go.
Yeah.
Man, take us back, man. What was it like, when you was a jit growing up out here?
Growing up out here, like, it's like the world is yours out here.
Yeah.
Whatever you dream, whatever you like look forward to, you can work toward it.
Absolutely.
And work in that field here. That's what's crazy. Like some people got to move off, go to college. Some people got to move off and like work in the field they want to work in. Here it's like there's so many school bases and so many work-based places that, you can really come up out here.
Absolutely. And what's beautiful too is I meet a lot of people out here who didn't even go to college and they're super successful.
I want to.
Me too. I didn't graduate college. I attempted to go, but I didn't finish.
I did a lot of shows at colleges.
But it's like, and that's good too. That's a great audience to build.
Yes.
So that's what I love is not everybody, but a lot of people out here have that entrepreneurial mindset. Like they are really out here hustling. And that's why I felt like I fit right in because I was like, you know what? Like, I didn't finish college, but I'm doing all right. I meet so many other people out here like that. It's just pure motivation.
Yeah.
Why music?
Music was just like something that jumped in me.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing that I was trying to force it onto. I've been growing up rapping and remixing songs out here on the radio since I was little.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, I do that in the club now because I host. So like on certain songs, like when it's a punchline, I drop it and like remix it and probably say something vulgar or something and have everybody like, what? So like.
But that gets their attention though.
Yeah, it does. So like, and that's what profanity in the club, that's the number one gainer. Like that's
absolutely. And you know what's so dope? Let's just talk about that for a minute. But I think it's dope that you know how to turn it on and off.
Oh yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
I tell a lot of these artists, I'm like, you know, some of them need more media training because they don't know how to turn it off.
See, that's the proper introduction of record labels have just became distributors, really.
Right, absolutely.
They don't care about the artist. They just want to see what you gonna like bring to the table.
Right. Are you marketable?
Yeah, so like you really have to come in already having your media train, have your like we used to have hand-to-hand promotion. Like we used to have a flyer and put it in your hand
right.
for real. So it's like now everybody's lazy. They just online, just post. They
Period.
feel like if they post one time, like they good. When really we was out here working. Like I used to go to every, like in my head, I used to be like, all right, today I'm going to hit every Kroger.
There you go.
I used to be out there in Kroger parking lot, and then next thing you know, people be like, "Oh yeah, that's bro who be out there selling the, CDs."
Yeah.
So like, like that's all gone now. So it's like I be talking to certain people, and I be like, "Oh, he ain't gonna make it far." Like,
no, you're right, and that's absolutely facts because they don't have the hustler mentality. You know, same thing when I got in this business, Instagram didn't exist. We were out here at night putting flyers on cars, handing them out to people as they walked out of clubs, and like we were doing all that stuff.
I knew I was gonna lose when Instagram hit because Vine was already out at the time, and I was not a Viner. Like I was like, oh man, this too personal. Like, and then that's when DC Young Fly used to go in spots and just like scream and do wild stuff. That's when all the wild stuff started happening.
Absolutely.
I was like, damn, I'm out this generation. Like I just blew this one, so I just started hosting. I jumped in the club for real.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm not big on TikTok. Like I respect it, but I haven't quite figured that out yet.
I feel like it's formatted. Like it's like those folks don't like those songs. It's just that it's popular right now and it's got them dancing and it's like they done learned to dance. Choreography was not back. Like when we went to the club, I didn't see all the people knowing the same steps. Everybody had their own steps, their own lingo. Now everybody talk the same, walk the same, dress the same. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about TikTok, again, no disrespect, but it makes some real nobodies into somebody.
Man.
Like people who have no talent. Like there's some weirdos on there who have huge followings. And I'm not going to name any, but I'm sure you probably know a few of them that just are just idiots. And people I'm like, is this what you want to spend your time doing, is following people like that?
Yeah, you can find them wasting their money in their mall or the strip club. You know what I'm saying? They ain't investing. They going to burn out in about 2 years.
Exactly. Or less.
Yeah.
Or less. So
I've seen them come and go.
No, absolutely. So you said when you first started, you were doing some like remixes on other songs that were out there. Like
I used to
give us a couple.
I remixed Rocco, I'ma Do Me.
I love Rocco, man. That guy is the major GOAT.
Yeah. And actually that was motivation because when I remixed it, I did it in the studio where he was recording.
Oh, that's dope.
Now it was dope, but the motivation part was the engineer, Bolo, who played it for him, said that he liked the song, but he just kept saying, "Yeah, that ain't me." But that ain't me though. And so I was just like, at least he heard it.
Exactly. And said he liked it too.
Yeah. So I looked at it like that. It was motivation. I remixed Shot Boys.
Okay.
I did a lot of Atlanta Twains.
Right.
I did some New York stuff. I did a lot of Dipset remixes. I don't know. I did a whole little remix album just so people would get familiar to my voice over songs that they already like.
I think that's a great idea. And quite honestly, I don't think that type of concept is necessarily dead.
Yeah.
I think artists should still do that from time to time because it really shows your range, especially when you step outside of Atlanta and you maybe do it over a Cali artist or a New York artist.
We was like the last of the mixtape era.
Yeah, we definitely was.
That was more of the mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I could drop 12 songs on one CD that was from different producers that's already like out. You know what I'm saying? Like now you do that, it's like, oh, you lame, man. But a lot of people going on YouTube getting beats. So I feel like that's the same thing we used to do because you probably done heard 5 people rap over this beat already.
Man, I've been at showcases where
I was just about to say that.
2 artists would perform on the same beat. I'm like, I was embarrassed for them.
Yeah.
The first artist got up there, okay, cool. But when the second one got up with that same beat, I was like, oh my God.
This was recent?
No, this wasn't recent. It was
back when I was like really going to showcases, I used to see like my partner would probably have a song that he got like from what it was, SoundCloud back then.
Yeah.
So like he'll get a beat and he'll be like, yeah, bro, I just recorded this song. And he was always trying to outdo me or something. So he would play the song and I'll be like, oh, that's hard. Where you find this producer at? He'll be like, oh, don't worry about it. Nah. So I'll be like, all right, cool. So we'll be at the show and then next thing you know, like the beat will come on, but then somebody else will start rapping and I look and I'll be like, dang, bro, he got your beat.
Same.
Yeah.
That's just got to be embarrassing.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, independent artists connect with producers directly.
Real producers. I don't do, like this whole album that I just did, like if I didn't sit down with you, if we ain't really discuss like where I was going with the project, I really didn't put that song on this song.
Let's
like,
talk about
project.
it. What's the name of the album?
P-Boy.
So it's self-titled basically,
Yeah.
P-Boy. I seen it on Spotify. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What does this album mean to you?
To get back, it feel like this is my lick back to the industry. This for everybody who felt like shit changed. I mean, things changed and they got overlooked. So this is This Me album.
Yeah.
So I self-entitled it. I moved with producers that I've been like growing in the game with, and with them, it was like a direction of, so are you gonna really just rap or are you gonna get them you?
Yeah.
So I gave them me this whole album.
So before the album, were you in a different space, like mentally?
Yeah, I stopped rapping for about 5 years good.
Talk to us about that. Like, and you don't have to get too personal, but
I can get personal with
but
it.
where were you at during that time, like mentally, because we all sometimes have to take them breaks, but where were you at personally, mentally?
Mentally, I was building a legacy in other things, but still in the same industry.
Right.
So other than me being booked and getting my money for like the show, I was booking artists and doing my own thing, like and really building a entertainment field for artists.
Yeah.
So now I done built the platform where I can book myself at my own shows.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm
I think
saying?
that's smart.
Yeah, cause I got several names, so it's like S.P. hosted by Heartbreak P-Boy.
There you go.
Everybody on there like, oh, that's my boy. Like they think I'm two different people, so it's like it's cool.
No, that's really dope. So, coming back after taking a break from actually putting music out, how's that been for you?
It's that feeling that you ain't felt. All right, so I'm gonna tell you the feeling. So you remember when we used to do shows?
Yes.
And you'll be like your own entity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you TampaMystic.
Yeah.
Everybody want to walk up and talk to you and stuff. So everybody used to walk up like you was just like Princess Diana or something, and they'd be like, TampaMystic here, and from across the hall, you used to hear, "Baby mama," and then you'll look up and you'll be like, "Oh,
that's my dog."
So like, and I was always because I think we did the One Love music.
Yes, yep.
We was like one of the first people. Like I think we was the. I think we was the reason why they stopped spending a big budget. Because remember we was in the back and they had people getting massages and chicken plates. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Then I went to one like 3 years ago.
It's totally different.
It's an open mic. But I see like, you know what I'm saying? They gave us our flowers because everybody from on that first one and second one was people who was like grinding hard in the city.
Absolutely.
Like flyers, posters, billboards was up, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of understood that one. And now to see, it's like a popcorn effect now. It's like so many artists now. So it's like you can't show everybody love. So.
No, you absolutely can't.
Yeah.
And let's talk about these events because in my personal opinion, I think that most of these showcases are important for independent artists on their come up. There's other people who disagree with that for their own reasons, and it's, everybody's entitled to their own opinion on it. But I think if not for nothing, like one, as an independent artist, how else are you going to build your stage presence?
Well, as a conductor of artists, I tell them like in my career, I had to go out there and perform like. This is what you don't have to look at the winnings. Like,
exactly.
You're gonna be first, third.
Don't focus on that.
I'm not worried about that. I want to go where it's enough people in the crowd, And if it's enough people to hear my music, and when I walk off that stage, 3 people shake my hand and say, "Hey, yeah, you did good, bro."
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel good about myself.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna go out to another one and go with that same like intentions of just like get my music out there, not trying to go out there and like win number 1
And be
so I can get that
salty if you
15,
don't get picked.
Nah, cause that his partner, his partner gonna win that one.
Yeah.
His song sucks, but he gonna win. And like you're gonna have to deal with it. I dealt with a lot of pressure in the career because it's like I would be next to people and I know my talents are better than them.
Right.
I'm gonna just stop it. I know I'm that one.
Of course.
And then they'll pick that. But then they'll come to the side and talk to me like a businessman.
Right.
And they'll be like, bro, you don't need management, bro.
Exactly. And
Like,
that sometimes they picking the people who they feel like actually
They can
need
use
help.
Or use and abuse.
Or that
like
too.
I'm saying they'll pull me to the side and give me that talk. Like, this shit, like, we'll give you the tools you need to get where you going,
Right.
other than being that person that's signing and doing everything for you. And I used to be like, all right. Then I look back at that artist and I'd be like, that artist would come to me and be like, hey, you know them boys who we was talking to?
Right.
Yeah, man, I ain't with them no more. And I'd be like, oh yeah, it didn't last long. And I'd be like, okay, God had something for me that was different.
Absolutely. And we can't question that.
Yeah.
No matter what happens in life, you have to find the positivity in it.
For real.
Like if you lose a job, don't be mad. Just know God got something bigger in store for you.
It's something for you.
So throughout your journey in music, when did you start? Like about what year? If you had to take a guess,
My mama caught me cussing over tracks at like 13.
Okay, so you've been doing it for a little minute. I know you're still young, but you've been doing it for a little minute.
Yeah.
Going back from when you first started doing music till now, if you could change anything about your path or your journey, what would it be? If anything.
I wouldn't really, hold on. Let me not be.
I'll give you an example. Like for me, like if I could go back and change something, I would change having started earlier.
Yeah.
I started later in life because I was a single mom and I felt like I had to give 100% to him. But now looking back, I'm like, I could have still gave 100% to him and still did this music related stuff. But I waited until my son was 18.
I would say certain relationships.
Yeah.
I feel like, no Illuminati, nothing like that, but I sold my soul to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Meaning like those shows I was dedicated.
Yeah.
Those studio like I was on time. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm one of those. So, but in my relationships, I sucked because when we were supposed to go out to eat, I probably had to go do this show.
Right.
And I went and did it. Other than going out to eat. And that,
Right.
little things mean a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So learning that now, like I would
Work-life balance.
I would have juggled more. But I think like the outcomes came out well because it's
Yeah.
like now those folks got lives or they doing whatever. And I'm still in this life that I sold to. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like I work my move.
It all
But
happened.
that's what really made me drop another album.
Yes.
Because I'm like, if I'm gonna be in this field, I might as well be in this field. Stop playing around.
Stop playing. Don't play with him.
I ride around the city and I shake more hands than the president sometimes. So I'm
Got
like,
to.
shoot, I might as well drop something. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
So P-Boy, the album was in the works for how long?
Man. All right. So I've been recording music my whole break.
Yeah.
Like I always had a single that probably leaked out or something. Like I done did something. So I never really faded from music where it was like they didn't know I was rapping.
Right.
So I always
Because I never got that gist of like, oh, he just stopped doing everything.
I just didn't wasn't dedicated in the studio or something. I go to the studio and make like 2 songs and be pushing them for like a year.
Yeah.
So like.
Which there's nothing wrong with that because it takes that long for people to start picking up on it sometimes.
And some of those songs, all right, so I have 3-4 songs on the album that's already charted on iTunes and Spotify because they was already out on my breaks.
Yeah.
Like when I be dropping and I just be pushing something. But really I was pushing from Instagram.
Yeah.
I just put it on my page. But when I really completed the album and really focused on it, it took me like 2 weeks.
Okay.
It took me 2 weeks.
So the songs that are on this particular album, are they songs that you specifically made for the album or did you dig a couple out of the vault that you had recorded over time?
So it was like 4 songs that was already made.
Okay.
And I go back and listen to them.
Yeah.
And then I just started forming a body of work.
Yeah.
And then when I got like to the head of it, I was like, all this sound like me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna just call it P-Boy, you know.
Yeah, because you probably poured your everything into it. Your heart, your soul, your emotion, everything.
Yeah.
Who are some of the producers that we're gonna hear on this project?
Mercy Beats.
Okay. Shout out to Mercy.
Yeah, Mercy. Abstract G. All on that album. I don't want to leave nobody out. Jug the Juggernaut. Jug.
Yep.
I got a lot of people on the album.
How many songs is it total?
14.
So out of those 14 songs, and this might be a difficult question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Which one is your favorite?
I would have to go with right now, currently Ladybug.
And talk to us. Break that down. Why does that song mean the most to you?
It helps you with like uplifting yourself. It sees yourself in a form of depression.
Yeah.
But it's not like no depressed song.
Right.
But it's just letting you know, like, get up off that couch.
And get moving.
Yeah. So it's like, I love that song.
Yeah.
I be riding around listening to that song. And that's the song, I'm not going to say that's the song I got the most feedback, but that's the one I done got the most energy with. Like, when people talk to me, they be like, you know, that Ladybug really got me, like, up this morning.
Put them in a good, better space.
Yeah, this one girl showed me, like, she was like, I was just listening to this. We in traffic. She was like, I was just listening to your song. And I was like, for real? And she's like, and she turned it up, and she skirted off. And, I heard Ladybug playing. I was like, that's not a song you skirt out to, but, like, all right, she got it.
But it put her in a better space.
Yay.
And that's what it's all about, man, is people resonating with your music. Mm-hmm. You know, getting people, because then it becomes, you know, that timeless music. It has longevity when people can resonate with it. Puts them in a better place, makes them feel good. Mm-hmm. Is the project well-rounded? I haven't even listened to the full thing yet.
Yeah, I say it from beginning to the end. I can't stop listening to it.
Yeah.
And I hate listening to my own music. Like, when I first started this, I would never listen to my projects.
Really?
I would never listen to them. I'd sit there and I'd be like, all right, yeah. And they'd tell me my favorites, like their favorite songs, and I'll perform those. But now I'm like, I can see the videos, the things. Like, I see a whole complete project.
How long would you, or how many times would you say, if you had to take a guess, you listen to each song before you actually put it out?
I probably listen to each song by like a good 40 times.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
A good 40.
Yeah, because each time you listen to it, you probably might hear a little something you want to tweak or change or add or subtract. Or
I had features on it.
Okay.
I had features on it. But then that's kind of how I came up with the name of the album.
Yeah.
Because I had like 4 features on it. And I was like, all right, this cool, but this like my welcome back party.
Right.
You don't walk in the door with other people on your welcome back.
No,
you know,
right.
like
absolutely. It's all about you.
Yeah, so like, you know, I named it P-Boy, and I just like had all songs with just me.
Yeah.
So if people who don't listen to me as S.P. or all that, they're listening to this now, and they like, I can hear your growth.
Yeah.
I can hear you, and I still hear the past, you know?
Absolutely.
So I kept it original with myself. I didn't change nothing up. I probably cut off some people, but I ain't add a lot of people, you know, like, so I'm still myself, you know, like, I didn't change. All I did was, like, become a beast in the club. Like, the club life now.
Where can we catch you at, speaking on that?
Mondays, you can catch me at Crew Morrow. Tuesdays, Escobar South. Wednesdays, I'm with Amy them at Black Ink.
Okay.
Thursdays, I'm at Odyssey. Odyssey Lounge. Friday's my off day. I need rest.
Yeah, you got to have some rest. You got to recharge.
Saturday for the kids because I can kick it with them all day. And Sunday, I'm back at Escobar South for the day party.
So it's basically Sunday through Thursday.
Yeah.
Man.
It's crazy.
It is a lot.
But I made my own schedule, though.
It's beautiful when you make your own schedule, and then you actually like what you do.
Yeah, see, that's how I made my schedule. I picked the nights that I know was going to pop.
Right.
I put all my energy in them nights. Now those nights flow weekly.
Yes.
And now I sit and I can just take off days. Like, really, now I'm like, shoot, what night I want to take off now? Because, like, now I need a third night off. You know,
you do, because you really have to have work-life balance, and, you know, we have to let our bodies rest sometimes.
Yeah,
I know.
Really using my body.
Yeah, people be talking about team no sleep. No, baby. Nah. I get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. I make sure I do.
I doze off in the car. I will. I ain't even gonna lie.
I
Not
can't-
driving.
Right, but if you're the passenger or you,
I go to sleep.
yeah, because you know our bodies will start to break down after a while without getting proper rest. You know what I'm saying? We make ourselves sick. So yeah, you definitely got to get that rest. Now, the album, what's next? You know, I know the album's brand new, but you know, with you making this major comeback, you know what I'm saying? What's next for you?
My videos.
Okay.
People know me from my videos and my cinema. So I'm gonna make sure that these videos are like A1 and it's
that cinematography, right?
Yeah, because man, you could do something off your phone that back in the day we used to pay somebody about 500, 600.
On God.
We used to
Get
pay
you a
these
good
boys money.
phone. Yeah, because they shooting 4K now.
Man, we used to, just that name alone used to get $500.
Yeah, exactly, because they had a 4K camera.
Or you know what to get 1,000 out of me? When they used to say, I got a red. Oh, you got a red? Boy, stop playing. And I see RED on your, oh yeah, you got this money.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to love, like, I feel like videos bring your words to life.
I totally agree.
So I really focus on my videos. Like, I think I still got like 3 videos that's up. I really ain't been pushing stuff like with the music.
Yeah.
So it's like, all my stuff is like my stuff from back in the day. I used to go on like tours with K-Camp and stuff like that. So like all my stuff is from then. But now I'm finna drop and it's gonna be like how I want it to be, you know? Yeah.
Have you started working on any visuals off the album yet?
Not yet.
Not
This
yet.
is my first run.
So with that being said, any idea which song is gonna be first to have a visual shot for it?
So I got this song called Spaghetti, right? Yeah. And I really want to do the spaghetti video first.
And listen, let me just say this too. I like the fact, run down real quickly, and then I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Run down through a few of the names of the songs on the project.
Okay, the songs are P-Boy Flow. That's the intro.
Yep.
Southside Story. 40 Ball. Spaghetti. Dance Moves. Ladybug. Dirty Tiana.
That's actually enough. We're gonna go right there.
Yeah,
you mentioned Ladybug and then you mentioned Spaghetti.
Yeah.
What I like about that so much is both of those names are gonna make people be like,
what?
I gotta see what that song's about. What can a dude talk about in a song called Ladybug?
Yeah.
What would a song called Spaghetti be about? It's
Yeah.
so important as an artist when you title your music, you gotta have catchy names.
And the name for Ladybug is actually a breakdown within itself. Because when I did this song, I wrote it and I was saying she.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I was going through and I was rapping the song. I'm like, she hasn't got in a minute, you know, and I'm like, what if I change that she to you haven't cried in a minute and made it more you feel.
Right.
So I was like, all right. So I changed everything in there and just made it like a open global type message other than just to the females. So the song was called Ladybug, but then I was like, I think that was God talking to me because Ladybug is the only unisex that can like multiply. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
So the song is unisex.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm glad that you broke it down.
You know what I'm saying? Like he broke it down. I didn't break it down because I'm sitting there listening. I'm like, and then my son is so smart. My son, like, he 14. Chill Out Dev. That's my boy.
Oh, does he do music?
He do everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to push nothing on him.
Of course.
But he's so talented, man. Like he talented.
That's so dope.
So he was sitting there, he was looking at me and he was like, oh, that's dope. You named it Ladybug because it's for girls and boys. And I'm like,
man,
boy, you just gave me a punchline for when I be
and he's 14.
14. Oh, my boy hard.
Shout out to him.
My boy gonna be a baby millionaire on his own. Like he cool. He like, I ain't got nothing. He gonna do his own interview one day. I ain't got nothing to say.
Please
for him.
bring him through.
Yeah,
I would absolutely love that because I love seeing the youth be so in tune with what they need to be in tune with. Sometimes so ahead of their time.
See, with my kids, I sit down with them when they was like 5, 6, and we used to make vision boards, or I used to make them start a business together and then like see how were they gonna make the money.
That's
and I used to be so hard on them because I'd be like, that's not gonna make money. So like, why not start with a resource like drawing a painting and trying to sell that other than trying to spend money on it, made them think like that. Now trying to have conversations with them.
They be outsmarting us sometimes.
Man, I let it ride.
And you have to teach these kids those fundamentals because they're not learning that in school. They're not teaching them the business fundamentals They come out of school not knowing about credit and debt, and they don't know about any of that stuff.
I had to get kicked out of school and sent to like a school that people wouldn't want to go to. It was like an uppity school.
Yeah.
But then while I'm sitting in the uppity school, you know, I got AP classes and stuff like that, but they taught us how to put together a checkbook.
There you go.
They even taught us how to make out a grocery list.
There you go.
And I'm sitting there like,
the fundamentals.
we never would have taught, like, they would have never taught us this back where I'm at.
Facts.
Like,
Absolutely.
they hiding this kind of stuff. And then now growing up, like being an adult and talking to other adults and stuff like that about their life, it's basic skills that it's like even getting insurance for your car.
Exactly.
Some people don't even know how to do that.
They don't.
And that's a click of it. But as long as you got a card with some money on it, them folks is taking that money.
Nah, for real.
So it's like you just got to make sure you got the right like reference and all that. So it's like some people don't even know the basic ways of living.
They really don't. They just don't know the fundamentals. And I know in Florida, the governor's I don't know if he already did, but he was going to pass a bill to where in order for someone to graduate high school, they had to take a class on like business, finance, and credit and stuff. Yeah. Man, I said, about time someone started to implement that.
Yeah, see, like my school, I went to Mundus Mill. That was in Clayton County Public Schools. We had auto
okay.
tech.
Oh, yeah, that's dope.
So we had a whole shop.
That's a whole trade in itself.
When they took me out of there and took me to, I got kicked out of that school, and they took me to Douglasville. When I went to Douglasville, they took away my auto tech credit because they said that the school didn't accept it because it wasn't a class that was formatted in a program.
Oh, wow.
So I lost that credit, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. They put me in AP classes because all my other classes, they was like, damn, for you to be kicked out of school, your grades are still, you know, I'm like, I'm not dumb. I just don't like being told what to do.
Period.
That's all my problem was in school. Like, if I wanted to go to sleep, I'm going to go to sleep.
Man, I'm with you. And that's why I didn't last in college because I'm the same way. And I remember my first day in orientation, they said to me, in life, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. I'm thinking, well, if that's the case, then why am I sitting here?
In school?
Why am I sitting here if it's not about what I know?
But school is like what we were saying. Some of those people, like, young didn't get those basic tools of living.
Exactly.
So sometimes, you do have to further yourself, or you need somebody to extra push you.
Right.
Like everybody's not at home taking school and going to work and living.
Right.
But there's some people out here working hard that's like going to school, taking care of them babies, like making sure they graduate on time, got the baby in their arm while they graduating and stuff like that. Like I like look up to them type people.
Of course.
Because like those type people show me like anything possible.
Anything's possible.
And you ain't gotta like just like that's why I'm dropping an album now, because it's like you don't have to like just put all eggs in one basket.
Right.
You can be doing like 6 things at one time and all of them can be successful.
As you should.
Yeah.
And some people just need more structure.
Yeah.
Some people can't be out here just functioning on their set by themselves, running their own business, which is cool. Because we need those type of people, because they're the ones that work at these big corporations, the banks and etc. We need those kind of people who need structure, that love working in that environment. That's just not for me.
Yeah, I've been pimping YouTube since I was little. Like now when everybody talking YouTube University and how they just look up stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been pimping that since I was like, when I was
Me
going
too.
to get my BMI, like I didn't know nothing about BMI or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I had typed it in on YouTube, like how to register to BMI.
Yes.
And a foreigner was, this is back before it was, it'd be an Indian.
Yeah.
Yes, you do that. And I was like, and I was sitting there going step by step, but I did it. And then I would go to studios and I'd be like, and I'd be the one who made the uncomfortable conversation, because I'd be sitting and then they'd be like, so what we doing after this? I'm like, I don't know, but we got the split sheets.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they be like, bro, you don't talk business. I'm like, I'm gonna talk my business. Like,
As
I'm
you
gonna
should.
handle mine, like,
Yeah, because you should never leave that session without having a split sheet. Because trying to go back and get a lot of these producers to do it after the fact is almost
it's hard.
impossible.
It's
Yeah.
hard. And then they don't know,
because a lot of them don't know what it is.
For them. Yeah, you gotta talk to somebody for them. Like, I had to get their credit rights, and I asked them for their number, and then they'd be like, what number? Like my social security? And I'm like, no, not your social. I don't want your social. I'll take it, but like I don't want it. Like, but nah, give me your like ID, your artist ID.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Especially, nah, I just want to like, with my artist that's under me. That was one of the conversations we just had with, like, I probably like still got the messages in my phone like a week ago. I was like, y'all registered? who y'all registered with.
Right.
One of my artists, Gillespie, he was telling me, he was like, oh, I got to get him on the phone. I seen him. I was like, you call? He's like, as soon as I seen your face, man, I was like, I gotta call them people. I was like, call them.
Yes.
Get your business in order before you start doing all this recording.
Exactly, absolutely. Because what if one of those songs get picked up by a bigger situation and you ain't got no business together?
No paperwork.
You don't want to have to get ready. You want to be ready.
Yeah, because I was in the era of poor man copyright.
Yeah, there
and
you
I
go.
was on that hard.
Yeah.
I used to send that thing to my address and mail it back to me again. Like, yeah, the double envelope with the date, biggest day on there, just in case something happens or somebody like took something from me. I knew I had something to stand up in court.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because that's now a legal documentation because it's got that stamp on there.
Stamp.
Shout out to Wendy Day. She's really big on. If you ever go to her YouTube channel, you know she teaches a lot of this stuff on there,
and a lot of people not.
They don't.
That is really artist development.
It really is.
But you know why they don't want to teach you that? And you know I don't want to be the anti in this whole thing, but like they don't want to teach you that because I see how the industry done got.
Yeah.
And we used to get bangs for our books.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like when I used to do my shows and after the shows, I used to get booked at the club. And like when I used to have my CDs in my hand, I used to sell them on hand.
Of course.
Like I used to get 5,000 made at one time printed out.
There
and
you
I used to
go.
sell them for like $10 a piece. So it's like I used to touch my money.
Hustler.
But now it's like, you know, like this looking on the phone and you like, all right, I got these streams. That's hard, but where the revenue at?
It's
you know
so
what I'm saying?
different
Like,
now. You literally have to get millions of streams to
get
to
thousands.
equivalent anything. Yeah, to actually make
get
any money.
thousands.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Or to go gold or platinum to get any kind of plaque. So with that being said, you know, tell everybody one more time the project, P-Boy.
I'm a Heartbreak P-Boy. I got a project that is called P-Boy, self-entitled. That's me. It's out. It's been out since August 23rd, which was my birthday. That's another reason why I dropped it on my birthday. So you got a piece of me on my birthday. And yeah, man, it's self-entitled.
Yeah.
It's me. When you listen to it, you're gonna love it. And turn that thing up. CLC.
Visuals coming soon.
Real soon. Spaghetti on the way. You know what
Spaghetti on the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the girls like do the little spaghetti thing with the string. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be real nasty.
Real creative. I love it.
Yeah.
Tell everybody where they can follow you at.
You can follow me on Instagram at heartbreak_P-Boy with an I. That's heartbreak_P-Boy with an I. You can follow me on Twitter's S.P. That's SPERIODP. S.P. altogether. And you can just Google me S_P, and I'll pull up. All my music will pull up. Everything will pull up. My whole life.
Definitely. Anybody in particular you want to show some love to, shout out to?
I want to give a full shout out to COC. That's my team. That's my engine behind me, man. Kata, SG Marco, Gillespie, you know, Lashane, Lola, all them, you know, I go hard for them. So my kids.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, most definitely. And definitely, again, you know, congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you.
Whether you win or not, just to be nominated and recognized for your hard work, that's a win in itself.
Well, since this is their 6th year, because like when they DM you, they drop the little flyer to you.
Right.
So this they 6th year doing it. I went back and I got 6 flyers for this same event. So they done nominated me 6 times. So hopefully this time is the time.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely.
I never showed up, so I'm gonna show up this time.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm kind of like that too. And I tell people it's not that I don't want to support, but it's like sometimes, you know, we just have, it's life. We got stuff going on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And we got to really choose our moves strategically. Period. Last but not least, you know, we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast.
Industry's Most Wanted.
Go ahead and let them know what makes you the industry's most wanted.
Cause I turned the city up and I kept the city lit. Whether it's hosting, whether it's my music, whether it's just my vibe. Like my whole vibe is Atlanta, so I'm out here. Like
he really working.
I'm out here.
Straight like that.
Yeah, they know me. I done mess with somebody or done talk to somebody in your family. I done, did business with a lot of these DJs, hosts, producers, actors, athletes. So yeah, I am Atlanta. So I feel like I'm the industry's most wanted.
And you a good dude, man. Like we've known each other since I moved here, and it's been all love, man. I've met a lot of people out here that I no longer deal with.
I really thought somebody had to check me one time, and I was like, yeah, because we was talking about people from Atlanta who keep Atlanta going, and I was like, TampaMystic. They was like, TampaMystic ain't from Atlanta, and I was like. Oh, and they was like, her name is TampaMystic, and I was like, oh, I never put that together. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, she from Tampa. Oh, okay.
But I just come out here really. I love the city.
You been out here going crazy. Like you gave me my flowers. Like on the other end, like I used to have to come. You was like our media relief.
Yeah.
And you still are. Like that's why I came to you first. Like
I appreciate you.
You our outlet. So
man,
it's like
it's all love.
That's big. That's big.
Big facts, man. We'll way up out of here, y'all.
You know it.